Tell all the listeners out there about a band called Hannah's Reef.
Absolutely, I'd love to. I had my band for a long time, and I actually hurt my throat. It would be the New Year's Eve coming into '97, and took some time off. Kind of played with some solo stuff, but the band, the drummer for the band, Chuck Willingham, that's all he did for a living. So he went ahead and moved into another band called Hannah's Reef. It was based out of the same area, Beaumont, Texas. And what happened with him is somehow or another the bass player ended up quitting. And I had started playing bass in our band because the bass player for us kept not showing up. He'd call me from like all parts of America saying, "Hey, I can't play tomorrow night because I'm doing a shutdown." He'd take off all over America. And so I finally just bought my own bass and learned all my songs one night and showed up and surprised the band the next day that I was the new bass player. And
it sounded really good.
It worked out pretty good.
Nice.
But in one night I learned to play bass and sing, and which is kind of tough, but that was my goal. So I ended up being able to hit it. And when the bass player quit from Hannah's Reef, Chuck called me up and said, "Hey, this is what you were always wanting to do. You were always wanting to travel and go cool places and, do all these neat things and do the hotel thing." And so the next thing I know, Jerry Diaz is calling me up, the leader of the band and everything, and said, "Here's what we do, and we travel a bunch, and, I'm looking for somebody to be able to do some backup vocals and maybe sing a few songs, but really be the bass player." And I decided that, I can put my gig on hold for a while and be able to go try this, at least see what it was all about, because Chuck was pretty excited about it. And thank goodness I did, because I didn't know about the trop rock movement or any of this stuff, all the paired heads and all, just a huge music movement that's happening right now with all the different singer-songwriters. And I stayed with Jerry and the guys for a long time. Just loved playing with them. Loved traveling everywhere and showing up in all these crazy places and carrying our gear on the planes and all that kind of stuff. That's a lot of fun. Sometimes it's a little hassle, believe it or not. But when you love what you do, the hassle seems to be just part of it. And just kind of got my feet wet really throughout the band and started learning about tropical music. And decided, okay, this is really cool. This is even better than what I was planning on doing, by myself, doing all the solo stuff. So just love the guys. Some great music, a lot of time, fun times, just going everywhere. Kind of felt some growing pains a little bit because I kept writing all these songs, and of course, it wasn't my band. And I never wanted to take anything away from Jerry or the guys or anything, but still wanted to be able to do my stuff. So the next thing I know, I'm doing solo stuff again, outside of the band schedule, still with a 50 to 60 hour a week day job, and just kind of got to where it was so busy doing the solo stuff, it was hard to keep doing stuff with the band too, and I felt like I was getting in the way of their progress because I was turning around calling Jerry all the time going, "Hey, are we booked for April 22nd? Okay, how about the 24th? I got a possibility on such and such." And it just turned into, I felt like I was being more of a pest than helping the band. And so we kind of did a little parting of the ways for a lot of reasons, and we'll go into those if you want. But, it was never because I didn't want to be there. They were always awesome to me. So.
Well, from your solo career, you have a song called "Two Nights in a Row."
Yeah.
Tell us about that song.
That one's actually coming up on the next CD, which is the CD is entitled, kind of a crazy title, "Party at the Bottom of the Pool" is the song title, and the album title. But this song is I think one of the strongest songs on the whole CD. And after Hurricane Ike came through, my parents lost everything. The business that they had, a lot of the buildings, the house was torn up. They had to tear the house down and literally start from scratch. There was nothing. And I was staying with them at their house, or at their land, I guess I should call it. And I was actually living in a horse trailer. And the horse trailer that they had like one of those bunks that go up over the bed of the truck.
Right.
And there's not a lot of room up there between the top of the mattress and the bottom of the ceiling, you know, because it's already up above the truck. So you got maybe 2.5 to 3 feet. And I was staying there one night, and the Tuesday after Hurricane Ike came through, big old storm brewed, and some lightning hit really, really close to the house, and it sounded like it was at the other end of the trailer. And I sat up real quick because we were all still kind of in shock from Hurricane Ike and the storms and all that stuff that went with that. And when I sat up so fast that I literally knocked the light that was screwed to the ceiling. I knocked it off of the ceiling with my forehead. And so I'm laying there screaming, saying all kind of nice, choice words, and I was like, man, I hope I don't have to stay here more than 2 nights in a row. And as I'm laying there, kind of letting my goose egg do its thing, I got to thinking about 2 nights in a row, and I've never heard that as a as a song title or a subject for a song. And it kind of started me thinking about my life, all the places that I go and was playing. I was never in any place more than 2 nights in a row. So I'd play here and I'd stay 1 or 2 nights, and then I'd drive a little ways and I'd stay there for a couple nights. And it's just like, man, that's almost an autobiographical song. So I thought about turning it into a song, and the next thing I know, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting down at the little breakfast nook that this horse trailer had, and I put together 2 nights in a row. It took me about a month to finish. Ended up putting a bridge on it later on, and that's the song.
All right, we're gonna hear it. This is Troy Allan on the Paul Leslie Hour performing 2 nights in a row.
All right. I was born a wanderer, a traveler on the road. From Omaha sun out to Highway 1, throw a dark packet bag and I'll go. I'll take the back roads across the country, I'd have a boat every now and then. I love to go new places, and I love hanging out with new friends. So leave a light on in the window, 'cause I'll be back again. Or if you wanna tag along, hop in and hold on, 'cause it's time to take a skip. Baby, I wanna die in the radio. I wanna hear the sounds of this country on the wind through an open window. I'd love to come and rock your town, maybe tell your mama hello. And we'll play the same state, I'll sleep the same place, more than 2 nights in a row. ought to be. I was born inside a company's bill. All you want me to see. Waiting on the track, your radio. I wanna hear the sound of this country on the way through every window. I'd love to come and rock your town, make you tell your mama hello. Never play the same stage or sleep the same place more than 2 nights in a row. Never play the same stage or sleep the same place more than 2 nights in a row.
All right. Thanks, Troy. You mentioned at the beginning of that song that you were a wanderer.
Absolutely.
What have been some of your favorite places that you've played or just visited?
Wow. Well, my favorite place for a long time was South by Troy Allan, and going down there, that was like a high school type place, so it was always like, oh, this is my favorite place. And then I went up to
Why don't you get back at it, dude?
North, actually Padre Island, and Port Aransas. Just fell in love with that whole area. It was just such a neat, quaint little place. And everybody kept telling me, oh, you need to go check out one more place.
Right now,
And so my favorite place kind of keeps changing a little bit. Now it's Key West. I have just a wonderful love affair with not only Key West, but the drive down there. My favorite place on the world is 7 Mile Bridge.
Wow.
It's just gorgeous going down there. I don't know if you guys remember, but that's the bridge they used for True Lies, moving when Arnold Schwarzenegger's hanging from the helicopter trying to get, I can't think of her name, but trying to get her out of the car before it crashes, where they blew the bridge up. But that bridge has turned into a very, very kind of a sacred and special place for me. Every time I go over that bridge, I end up either writing a song or getting told what to do by the man upstairs, and that kind of stuff. And that's actually where this tour came about. Was my second trip down there. I was riding down with a buddy of mine and kept getting that little naggy feeling of, did you turn the coffee pot off, or did you really lock the front door to the house, or something like that. And so I finally said, okay, I guess I need a couple minutes of silence so I can figure out what this little naggy feeling is. And as I was going across the bridge, I got a tap on my shoulder and a warm whisper in my ear that I needed to quit the band, and it's Reef, and go out and do a solo tour to promote cancer awareness about the cancer that I'd been informed that I had a couple months earlier. And because it's really a rare cancer and very unknown. The treatments are, general like all the other cancer treatments, but the test is not. There's no test for this whatsoever. No blood work, nothing. So you have to get an upper GI to be able to find out if you had this. And that's how I found it. Totally by luck. And so I fought with it for a couple months because I didn't want to quit the band. But next thing I know, it's like, okay, I can't fight this anymore, because I had mentioned that I wanted to do this tour and started just telling a few people about it. And the next thing I know, I'm getting call after call after call after call, and I almost had the whole year booked up. But I'm still trying to play with the band, so I finally had to tell them, okay, I guess I got to back out of the band. I've been told to do something, and I need to obey. So that's what I'm doing. I'm living on the edge.